don't overestimate yourself and don't overestimate who you could be. I think that's a much better way of thinking about it. A lot of psychologists have been very careless, been pushing the idea of self-esteem for a very long time. That you should be content with yourself the way you are. No, you shouldn't. You should strive to put an element of spirituality in your life, something that can give you a higher meaning and a higher purpose. This world, the way it tries to direct our young people, higher learning, this and that, seek this, this is what's going to give you fortitude. No, it's not. You have, if you get your act together, spiritually, there's nothing that has more influence than that. If you have looked at all of the great leaders of the past that have accomplished a lot for this world spiritually, their focus was not on gaining material wealth or being famous. You have to come to a point in your life where you have to make a decision. And in fact, that was Deuteronomy 30:19 says, I put life and death before you, the blessing and the malediction. Choose life for you and your offsprings. And for you young ones, you're at a point where you have to choose. You have set before you two roads. If you could be who you could be, what would that look like? That's the beginning of a mature philosophy. If you could be the person that you would admire, who would that person be? How would you configure yourself? How would you configure your career, your education, your spiritual life? And which of these elements would you put first to be the noblest person that you could be? You want to take on the maximum amount of responsibility in being the best person that you can be. And that's the way to change things properly, and to be a positive effect in life and helping others. That's the thing. And as you see the world getting darker and darker and darker and darker, we need, people to stand up and to come and to be, spiritual heroes, spiritual generals, everybody, because everybody is, a general. When I use this, that's my name. That's actually my legal name. That's on my license. However, we all, when we take on and adopt that responsibility to say that we're going to serve a higher purpose, we're going to take on and follow the hierarchy of the greatest height, which is the Creator, and provide servitude to Him, that puts a responsibility on us to be different. We have to walk a different path. We do. And that is different for everybody. And again, we're all imperfect. As we are on that journey, we'll make mistakes and we'll do things that maybe we shouldn't do, but that should be our aim. So the question is, what is your aim? What is your aim? What are you focusing on? What do you want to be? You want to rid yourself of all the weaknesses and the things that have accumulated in your past that this world puts on you that makes you bitter, that makes you, depressed, that makes you not seek the light. You're born in a dark world, and it is up to each and every one of us to find the light, to seek the light. That is the sine qua non. Sine qua non means I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's the most important element in a thing, and if you do this, you can make the world a much better place for yourself, for your family, for the community. And isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Doesn't the great text is the Bible, and tell us how you want to be. Do unto others as you would have them do to you, or something like that. And taking on the responsibility of being different, of being strong in a world that is really go after, those things that are pleasurable. Doing that, it requires strength. It's the chaos. We have chaos against us when we choose that path. It's the path of least resistance that people go after. The path of resistance in this world, doing something different, being something better, being something special, following, proper guidelines, waiting, not having sex until you find that one you love and you want to marry. Doing that is against the grain of what the world teaches. So, everybody knows if you're not living up to your responsibility, even to take care of yourself, the probability that you're going to be ashamed of it later when you get older is pretty high. Your inner being tells you that there are things that you could be doing different. And I hope that a lot of you young ones hear what I'm saying, because, I've experienced it. I've done it. There's a lot of things I wish I could go back and do differently, but I can't. And you're coming down that same path, and I'm saying to you, walk that higher path, get your act together. You got things to do in the world. The absence of your full bearing is a hole that is filled by terrible things. At a minimum, you have an ethical responsibility to ensure things don't evolve into something approximating just very horrible things. So you have a heavy ethical responsibility. Those of you who have a spiritual connection know this. You know this, and you know that it's something that you should focus on doing. Let me see where we're at. Hold on. So anyway, you got to have, you should want a meaningful life. Have a life that gives transcending tragedy a reason. Remember, we've been reading about Job and all the vicissitudes and privations that he went through. Well, his life, he had meaning. He believed in something. He believed in a creator. He believed that creator was still with him, even though he was going through all those different things, and he was able to maintain his integrity. Even his wife told him to say, curse God and die. He would not do that because he believed. He believed in the wisdom of God, and that wisdom allowed him to overcome the tragedy and the chaos that he was going through and get the blessings that we later found out that, he was able to get. So again, young people, try your hardest, apply yourselves, do what is right, and you'll be good. Your General Lion out.